Welcome back to the show, folks. This is the Wrap Up, your daily dose of pop culture and movie news hosted by me, Mr. H Reviews. On today's show, Dark Phoenix, front and center, because it has broken some records, not good ones, and then also the director has come out to basically just hold his hands up and say, yeah, I fudged this film up completely. We'll also be taking a look at Umbrella Academy Season 2, because apparently that has kick-started and is filming. We'll also look at the Joker, okay, because there's been a behind-the-scenes image revealed by the director. And then also, in a strange turn of events, the never-ending stream of behind-the-scenes images has continued. We've got another image courtesy of Zack Snyder for Darkseid in Justice League. Quite an interesting image, actually, so we'll get to that as well. If you want to skip right ahead to any of the topics that I have just discussed, the links to all of those will be down below, timestamps in the description box and in a pinned comment. But guys, if you are new here, straight from the top, hey, consider hitting subscribe. You can stay up to date on this, the daily wrap-up of pop culture and movie news all in one place, and also the new Explained video series, which I am kind of bringing back to the channel. You can stay up to date on those as well. But hey, look, let's just get right into it. So, Dark Phoenix director Simon Kinberg opens up on what went wrong. Now, interestingly enough, this was his directorial debut. Okay, so we'll give him some leeway with that. This was all courtesy of KCRW's The Business Podcast. It's a podcast, so I'm obviously going to quote what was said in the podcast rather than, actually play it for you guys. So unfortunately, this is on a Collider. But he states, this is Simon Kinberg, it clearly is a movie that didn't connect with the audiences that didn't see it. It clearly didn't connect enough with the audience that did see it, so that's on me. For starters, mate, that doesn't make an awful lot of sense. That's a painful sentence to read. But yeah, absolutely. It didn't connect with anyone. It just was not a good film. He stated that, I always felt that we had a tough date for this particular movie. It wasn't made as a classic superhero movie. It was made more of a dramatic, intimate, smaller film. That's why originally they had a space battle. That's why you had a space battle? Really? Originally, it was going to come out in November, then it was going to come out in February, and those were the dates that I felt like it actually would have felt more appropriate to. And also, I think coming out 5-6 weeks after what may well be the biggest movie, or the second biggest movie in the history of cinema, that also happens to be in the same genre of superheroes, that was tough for us. And I anticipated that it was going to be tough to be in the tailwinds of that movie. Collider, can someone goddamn spell check your articles? But I wouldn't blame it on the weekend. So he states obviously that while Kinberg dodged questions about whether it's true that James Cameron asked for Dark Phoenix to be moved so Alita Battle Angel could hold down the February release date, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. He did address whether his film would have been completed in time for a February launch. It's hard to know. If we had accelerated certain things in that movie, it perhaps would have been ready by that date. Interesting. So they do also touch on the Disney-Fox merger, and I think this stuff is quite interesting. We'll get to this in a second, because I also want to touch on X-Men Dark Phoenix breaking a record. The box office numbers, so this is just Friday. According to Forbes, the Simon Kinberg directed superhero adventure took in just 2.3 million on Friday, which is down 83.2% from its opening day earnings of a measly 14 million anyway, which, when we compare it to, obviously, Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, that held the record from 1 to the 2-week dip, which was 81%, but comparatively, Superman Dawn of Justice took in a lot of money on its opening weekend. So even with an 81% drop, it still would have been, some money. Whereas X-Men Dark Phoenix took in basically no money on its opening weekend, and then dropped and has now, dropped to a staggering amount to essentially be. I mean, it's done now. That's its box office run done. It's unlikely it's going to continue after that. So the other thing which was interesting, which I want to touch on now, is the Disney-Fox merger. So he says, well, there's no question that people were either getting fired or leaving. I think the massive layoffs people were well aware of, and ultimately in the last 6 months or so, there were massive layoffs, like thousands and thousands of people. So the marketing and publicity side of Fox were very badly hit, and I noticed it because oblivious I was going to mark Collider. Spell check. There are adverts for Grammarly on my YouTube videos. Please, someone needs to install Grammarly. And I noticed it because obviously I was going to marketing meetings every week, and there were people who weren't there anymore. They were people that I worked with for many years on many movies that I made. Okay, so interesting. But I hand this on over to you. A few things. Do you think Collider needs to get Grammarly? I definitely think they do. Secondly, what do you think about Dark Phoenix? Do you think that this proves Simon Kinberg just really shouldn't be writing or directing stuff? Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, just quickly touching on Umbrella Academy. We knew that this was happening anyway, but it is now clear-cut confirmed. They tweeted out this, Season 2 coming through. Nothing too crazy, just it's like a writing thing, so when it decides to load.
Hi guys, guess where we are? Table read for episode 1, season 2, coming at you hot. You guys are some amazing stuff for you this season. Can't wait for you to see it.
Good times, that's fine. So basically, Season 2 is happening. A lot of people aren't overly happy with this. I thought that, I haven't seen Umbrella Academy, but I thought it was near universally liked. But my god, so many people were commenting last time I touched on some news with Umbrella Academy saying that they hated it. So I'd love to just take this opportunity to, well, basically get a bit of a poll. What do you think? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Are you looking forward to Season 2? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now let's move on. Joker. Todd Phillips. Okay. So the director has shared a new still from the film, which gives us another look at Joaquin Phoenix's Arthur Fleck applying his Joker makeup. The image is accompanied by the caption, finishing touches, which obviously suggests that Phillips has almost completed post-production. Now, he also confirmed that it will be rated R. So it will be a rated R movie. So just in case there was any doubt, he also confirmed will be rated R, responding to a fan's query with, it will be rated R. I've been asked this a lot, just as soon people knew. Sorry. No, we didn't know, mate. So this is obviously in, well, two places this could be. In the trailer, we see Arthur Fleck in a, well, almost like a clown room with other professional clowns. But the thing which makes me think this might not be that, it makes me think that this actually, what's here in the image behind him, it makes it appear that it could potentially be in, say, his mother's bedroom. Which, if you've read the plot leaks, you'll know that that's the pivotal point to the movie. So I hazard a guess, this might be, could be wrong, but this might be his mother's bedroom as he goes full on psycho and just adds the makeup. But I think this movie's going to be good. I am looking forward to this movie. A lot of people have said, oh yeah, but it's you know, such political this and political that and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I can see that. But I'm still looking forward to it. I think Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor, so I am looking forward to this movie. But hey, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now let's move on with Justice League. Oh dear, when will the stuff just stop for this film? Zack Snyder seems to be the only dude that's on Vero as well. Like, what is going on, this bloody Vero thing? So we shared a few images. Interestingly, like, Ray Fisher, so Cyborg, we knew that he was going to have a massive part in this film. But he looks like he could, basically he was part of this nightmare sequence, seeing himself, his mother, his father, and then presumably him again. Maybe going full cyborg mode, who knows? But then this is the money shot right here. This is obviously the main beast himself, Darkseid. Interesting look. Very interesting look. It's not something which I would have thought they were going to go with. He looks very shoulder heavy. I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but I mean, you know, very well, chest, shoulders, traps, everything's up here. It's a strange design, basically. It's a really, anatomically speaking, that is an odd design. I like the fact that he's got a staff of some sort. Now, I mean, could this have been good? Could this have been bad? Who knows? I doubt it would have saved the film. But people keep banging on about this Snyder cut. Are we ever going to see it? I really doubt it. And I think at this point as well, what's the point? You know? Why waste time and money now? But it's very clear from this image that there was a lot done. There was a lot finished in this film. A lot more than was previously reported, basically. So I think this... I mean, look, they've even got the shadow there. So it's clearly not just placed there. He's there. The shadows are there. It tells me that potentially this was a lot further into post-production work than was previously thought. I mean, obviously it's clearly not completely finished, but they were close to it. They were close to it. Now, what I will say with respect to all of this, you know, will we ever see this? Who knows? I think ultimately as well, with respect to DC and Warner Bros, they're definitely changing their direction on stuff like this, so I doubt we'll see this. Also, near enough every baddie that they fought in the DC properties have just been a big grey hulking monster at the end of the movie, so you know, he would have been cool to see, but I think it would have been anticlimactic. So that kind of wraps it up here for me today on this topic. I've got nothing else to say on this. This will no doubt really get people's juices flowing. So I'll hand it on over to you guys. What do you think? Is this good? Is this bad? Let me know down below in the comments. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to submit your viewer questions for tomorrow's show, please do email them to me at misstagereviews@gmail.com using the subject line, the wrap up. And then hopefully tomorrow we'll have some time for some of your viewer questions. But anyway, guys, like I said, that wraps up here for me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, give this video a like and a share. I've been Mr. H. Take care.